Oh, just loading up Unity, getting this started right on time tonight. Yay. Hello, everybody watching the VOD. Be sure to subscribe and comment. And I promise I'll try to get up. I'll try to get my VODs up today. No, not today, tomorrow. How did I say today? Anyways, tomorrow. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I eventually fulfilled that promise. Hey Zukin, what's up? I'm sleepy, man. It's only 8 o'clock, but... Ooh, no Red Bull for me today. Missed anything? Anything you just said due to ads. That's fine, I was talking to YouTube. Star Wars ad. There's a new Star Wars thing? Oh, the game? So do you feel, the folks that see the ads, do you feel like they're pretty on target? Is it stuff that you're interested in, or?
Monsters and Minions 34-month anniversary.
What? Monsters and Minions anniversary it is. Look at you, Ollie. What's up? 34 months. You got an Uber Eats ad, but the joke's on them. You already ate. But now do you want to eat some more? Now the joke's on you. Dessert. I've known you for too long, man. It's crazy. It's, yeah. You and Nick especially, like... I've known you guys longer now than... I mean, we're definitely coming up on time where I've moved after 3 years. Like most of my life, it'd be like 3 years and moved. It wasn't until I was an adult in San Diego and then Austin that I lived in one place for much longer. Yeah, so we've known each other for 3 years and we've yet to meet in person. That's crazy, Ollie. What's up, Dargith? Talat. Coding Caffeine. Nisava. Speaking of games I'm in the middle of, checking out the new System Shock remake. Really enjoying it so far. Basically, it just rejuvenates me with the original. Rejuvenates the original with higher res, etc. Yeah. First was just telling me a week or two ago that that studio, what is it? Is it Night Dive studio that did it? I'm trying to remember. It's Stephen Kick's studio. Yeah, it just was purchased by Atari, but in a way that maybe bodes well for them. Anyways, the founder there, the CEO, is a cool guy. Could have sworn they were based out of Austin. Do you think the butcher's knife falls into sword or axe category? Knife category? Unless it's being wielded by a gnome, then it's a sword? Or a halfling? Kickstarter failed terribly, took way too long to release, but I wasn't part of the drama. And so it's funny because this topic comes up from time to time when we're discussing certain things. I did just start the stream, Jezebeli. How you feeling? So Coding Caffeine, it's funny because you're playing the game and you're enjoying it. And you have little understanding of the drama associated with its development. I think that happens a lot more than the people who are engrossed in various dramas and get a lot of joy out of life from drama realize. It's like, blah, 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 drama, 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 years, years, years. This failed, that failed, they sucked, blah, blah, blah. But if game comes out, a lot of the people that are going to experience and enjoy the game aren't actually going to know much about all that bullshit. You're doing much better lately. Was able to wash your hair yesterday. Nice. I'm just about... I think last night was the first night in 2 weeks I was able to sleep on my right shoulder, finally. Oh, my left side was starting to get sore from having to sleep on it the whole time. Hey, Rev, what's up? Nah. You can only handle so much drama. I like it. I like it when people save the drama. Bode mamas. Will today be the day that I sit upright in my chair? Probably not. Alright, let's see about some stuff. How's the music volume, everyone? I'm gonna pretend like I had a... I'm gonna trick myself into thinking that I had a Red Bull. Can't wait to be able to sleep on your left side again. I know. It's such a... I've been amazed at how much it sucked to not be able to sleep on the side that I typically sleep on. Whoa, oh my gosh. Unhappy about it. Damn. Apparently I had a mustache fetish. Oh, this guy looks adventuresome. I wonder if he can get back in. One of these characters can't seem to get back in. See what's going on. Hey, Angel. Melody Von Torture, hello. Got me streaming on your phone while you finish up the dishes. Oh, that's awesome. I like listening to stuff while I'm doing the kitchen work. Aramisk, hello. What's on the docket today? Well, logging in. Successful. Wait a second. Is this zone much more populated than I remember it? This seems a lot busier than I remember. Is that just me? Oh gosh. Quit attacking me. What? Swedish keyboard. I hate when my keyboard settings change. Having any better luck running the actual client yet? Last time I tried, I thought so. What? Did I have trouble getting in on a recent stream? Password issue. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I think I've surmounted that. Who's in here changing time? Shifty is. So docket today. Let's run and look at a couple of zones that have been worked on in case you haven't seen them in other people's streams, though Simon doesn't stream, so we'll go look at some zone work that's been going on, and then we'll run over, especially if Pattis tunes it at some point. We will run over, there she is. She's tiny. Then we'll run over and maybe actually check my changes into source control for the garrison item pop or object pop that I've been doing. Fanaticist, hello. Saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the first time the other day. Great flick. Started a sequel. It's so goofy. Is that the one with Matthew McConaughey? The Texas Chainsaw with Matthew McConaughey's pretty classic. All right, so let's go to Telekir first. I wonder if Shifty's just testing some bug or something. Dennis Hopper. Oh, okay. There was another remake that I thought was pretty okay with like Jessica Biel back in the day. (2003) one? That would make sense. That would make sense. Because I was in San Diego. I was working at Sony at the time. Alright, so we are in Telekir. I cannot wait to see some textures on this piece. Ollie, you're not still traveling, right? You're back? Or are you even still in here? Hit and run. Just got back, like literally just got back? Two hours ago. Well, I'm glad you're back safely. Hopefully it wasn't too stressful of a trip. Were you driving or flying? Got massive right buttock pain. I'm driving 15 hours over 2 days. Do you carry your wallet in your right back, in your right buttock pocket? For whatever reason, I just imagined U.S. Forrest Gump saying, I forget the actual quote, when he was like, ow, it bit me. Or something bit me when he got shot in his buttock. No, you're wearing a white wizard robe? Oh, that's right. Do you guys, what do you do for pockets when you're wearing your wizard robes? How does that work? Do you guys like have a secret stash pouch? Do you wear like a fanny pack under there? A knapsack? How did Gandalf did it? How did Gandalf did it? Jeez. All right. I'm done. How did Gandalf did it? I swear, I'm going to blame living in Germany. We have pockets, but they're super uncomfortable. Is that a fanny pack? Are you happy to see me? I don't know why I would say that to you if it's just you got a giant right buttock. Wizards have pocket dimensions. Ollie's wizard robe has a bag of holding. There are massive pouches that are like pockets that hang away from you, but inside of the robe. You'll never wear jeans again. I don't know, man. I'm pretty damn American. I not only wear jeans, I wear the same pair of jeans every single day. Now you may think, what? That's eventually gross, poor hygiene, whatever. It's not true. I will not bow down to the jean washing industrial complex. There's no need for all that washing of your blue jeans. Just started the HBO show Succession. It's really good. It's a great show. It's one of the few that I actually look forward to new seasons, new episodes of. And down with big detergent. Yeah, exactly. The Sava knows what's up. Hey, Ollie, Nick was pointing out the change earlier that allows for the more leniency when hitting edges. Definitely feels a lot better. I'm curious if the actual pop is always going to be that pop. Like the threshold is nice, but do we have a nuanced knob to make that pop feel less poppy? Fair point. Yeah, the little IK experiments looked really neat. I'm excited about figuring that out. What's IK? I believe it's inverse kinematics. Yep. Seconded by Roxel and Ali. Inverse kickflip is a good secondary answer. We can go with that one as well, Mortis. What would an inverse kickflip be, though? It's not an underflip. Would an inverse kickflip be a heel flip? Roxel said it solves the angles of the joints to find the position on the ground to place the foot. And Ali said it's a pretty wide term for programmatic physics, light-based interactions. Let me make myself invulnerable as well, in case I fall off something. Have you guys been following along as I run around? Have you been looking? Looks pretty damn cool so far, huh? Justin Beard, hello, my friend. Ollie said, where we use connection chains, bones and joints to make things look more natural. Roxel said, I usually start my day by making myself invulnerable too. How do you do it? Because the way I do it is, my dear, dear wife brings me the first coffee of the day. And it is one of the most marvelous moments of every day for me. Sad Ted Lasso is almost over. One more episode tomorrow. I don't even know what that is. So I am sad that you're sad. Whatever happened to swimming? That was one of those things that I was shocked when I saw it on the during the stress test. The swimming animations being all crazy, because I was like, I thought swimming was working before, and then I saw the crazy animations. I was like, oop, I gotcha. I must see it. What kind of show is it? A life-affirming show of the highest quality? Is that sarcasm or truth? Sports comedy about American football coach going to England to coach soccer. Is there curse words? Some, yes. Okay. I like curse words in my comedies or life-affirming shows. Yeah, it has F quite a bit. Okay. I said F just, out of respect for anybody that's streaming in front of their children's or whatever. I know some of you will put it on the TV and all of that, and, I didn't want to have an earmuffs moment. Pattis is a mad scientist sometimes when he's setting this stuff up. I'm like, I wonder what's going to be here. Telekir makes me think of a more expansive, fleshed out Blackburrow. I think that's fair. There's probably, I would say, at least 5 different interesting zones from games that we've been like, hey, what about a little bit of this? And you sprinkle a little bit of that in there. Justin's got a stuffed moose with him. He's very sensitive. See? I was looking out for you guys. There you go, Moose. I got your back, bro. You didn't have to hear any bad words. Great show by Bill Lawrence, who also did Spin City and Scrubs. Centers around mental health and positivity. Oh. That sounds worth checking out then. What channel is it on, though? Is it HBO as well? Absolute thanks for that. My daughter is playing doctor with me right now. Getting mixed messages on that. The moose's name is Chocolate. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was just thinking of our mooses here. Apple Plus, I don't have. Yeah, I assume for the F-bombing, Ollie, but the no one has it. The Pirate Bay. I can't do any piracy. I'm afraid of the German government. They're very nosy about where you're getting your entertainment. I mean, I don't think they're doing like deep packet inspection or somehow circumventing VPNs or whatever, but I don't know. I'm a Luddite. Yeah, they will send you an email. We will answer questions here. We see you have been watching a life-affirming TV show, but vielleicht you have forgotten to bezahlen for it. Did you not pay? Don't let my wife hear that accent. She loves it. Hey, Stout T. Is this new a sheer hangout? It is. Hey, Pattis. We were just looking at your zone, buddy. Where does it zone out to? Okay, it doesn't. Cool. Safe. Yeah, this is This is the new jam. This is, it's been added to our playlist. It is the banker music. It is our banker. Yep, it's the bank song. Stout T, thank you for 9 months. Appreciate your prime. Putting the primes to good use. Royalty 9,000. Thank you for the follow. If I don't use it, then Amazon gets it. Exactly. Archmage Salamar. How are you doing? What's up, UK Rats? You're now a married man. Congratulations. I like that there's already corpses in the zone. Of course. I know there's at least one more area that I haven't been to in here this time around. Now let's see if we can find it. This is a banker song. This is the bank music. When you're at the bank counting all of your money, you can jam out to this rad song. But until then, you can also, I think you can also just... You can follow our playlist. I don't understand how we don't already have tens of millions of views on these original soundtrack videos. Chop chop. Severance was amazing. One of the best sci-fi shows of all time and created by Vince Stiller. Severance was? Really? I don't even know that show. Oh, here we go. Apple Plus is why you haven't heard of it. Oh, man. We'll have to find somebody with an Apple Plus account or something. Or whatever. I don't know. The very service is a disservice to itself. Well, I mean, not everybody can be Disney Plus. Not everybody can be CNN Plus. Oh my god. How do you spend $100 million on something and then only have like 10,000 subs? 100 million. Yeah, I mean, there are a number of shows that people have mentioned on like Apple Plus that I want to check out. So, who spent 100 million? CNN, I believe, spent 100 million on their streaming service and then shut it down after like 2 months. CNN takes $100 million step into streaming today. And it really did. It was, I could have sworn it only lasted like a couple months. Stadia, yeah. Brown Butcher has returned. We haven't seen you in forever. There was some scandalous gnome in here, though. Mortis said, here's the synopsis about Severance. Mark leads a team of office workers whose memories have been surgically divided between their work and personal life. When a mysterious colleague appears outside of work, it begins a journey to discover the truth about their jobs. Interesting. Did you ever watch the show? So, Pattis, this is coming along very, very coolly. Pattis, I think I need to check in my changes to Night Harbor. They've all been exclusive to Sage side. Do you think that will cause any issues? I have not checked in my shit. I feel bad about it. Language. Sorry. Okay. Let me do that real quick. Let me check that in. Earmuffs correct. Nicodemus. Yeah, it is. It is. This is Telekira that Pattis has been working on. So let me try it out. Let me try to check this in. It's been a while since I checked anything in, to be honest. I've been working in data. Client only. Props in Red Mantle Garrison. Ollie, don't do it. You'll get addicted. Thank you for the follow, Brown Butcher. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Alright, so stage side, commit to master, should be good, right? It's not super complex what I'm doing here. Push origin. Let's have a pool party. I'll get my tuxedo. Sit in the pool in my tuxedo. Smoking my pipe. Discard all changes that aren't that change. Alright, so now that I got that done off camera, we can run out of here and then we'll go over and check out the stuff Simon's been working on. But this is coming along really really nicely. Pattis, we've got to figure out textures soon, buddy. Thinking wrangle Patrick when he's available and get various stakeholders and figure out some textures. Because I think that'll also help us a lot think ahead to the logistics of additional biomes and all that stuff, right? Like it's one of those question marks that I think will be really good to resolve, and we're gonna feel better afterwards and feel some momentum. And I think it'll help all of us sort of picture things creatively as well. Because I love all of the little bits and doodads and the terrain and the way that the geo is coming along and all that stuff. So I think it'll be pretty inspirational for us to start to get a feel for what our air quotes final texture, environment textures are going to start looking like. Cat textures, that's the answer. We've already got those though. We got some. All right, so zone, Night Harbor, Fields, forever. Night Harbor Fields, forever. Let me set this message to reminder for 3 hours so I don't forget after stream. I really like the reminder functionality in Slack. It's super handy. Remind me about this, 3 hours. Boom. It's so nice for not missing messages. What happened? Okay. So over here, now we're in Sungreet Strand, also known as Night Harbor Fields, or vice versa. June 1st, I think, was anniversary of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band album. Really? I'm a fan. When my wife lived in Hamburg when we were dating, she lived like a block, not even that far really, like half a block away from the strip club that the Beatles performed at for a while, for years, for a while when they were based out of Hamburg back in the day when they were first becoming the Beatles. And there's like a little statue of them and stuff in the little plaza outside of it. It's in Hamburg's red light district. Pretty cool. Idris, I missed you up there. Hello. Ali, I did. Jezebeli. Exactly. Justin appreciates that. This is an interesting lighting artifact, Ali. Check this out. Disco, disco. You'll say it? The Beatles are terrible? How dare you, sir? I'm such a fan of so many varied bands and genres that I just can't. I can't. What's going on with that snake? I don't know. I wasn't even looking at the snake. Where? Jasmine's learning Russian from Duolingo. It has been for a while. And for whatever reason, Duolingo tells you all, like, she's learning sentences like, I do not know that snake. Its shadow is in another castle. That one? It's got a shadow, buddy. It's like dead on in alignment with the sun at the time. The animation looks so much better than the one that I did when it was just like a wobbly stick. Which, saying that out loud made me think of the Reverend Horton Heat. I don't know if you know that band. Because he's got a song called Wiggle Stick, I think. Rev Horton Heat. Wiggle Stick. Yep. The other one, Shadow, was like 2 meters to the left of its body. Maybe there was a shadow snake. If the sentences you learn are useful, then you're likely to memorize the sentence and not the meaning of the usage of the words, I imagine. Stout Tea, that makes sense. Yeah, we were talking about it because she always laughs about some of the shit they have you say. And I was like, there's probably some sort of... There's some design to it. Zeros. Yeah, it has come along, right? Shadow snakes are going to be your GM familiars. Nice. Can you imagine if we made a shadow snake? It will... Zukin, if we make a shadow snake, it will be the second easiest mob that we've made. It was so funny when it was like, oh, let's do this. And we thought it was going to be a bigger deal to make the shadows. And then I think Padish just popped up after we spent 10, 20 minutes like geeking out going, oh my God, how are we going to do this? It's going to be awesome. Padish was like, you just push this button in Unity. Boom. And it has Shadow Kick. Oh, nice. That's a good ability name. An entire zone of shadow people. But would it stay daytime the whole time in Shadow Zone? We do have lore that backs this. The Zero Smooth, thank you very much. Could be a cave. Wait a second. Shadows, a cave. Are you getting philosophical? Who was that? Was that Plato? Plato's allegory. There you go. Coinzel, thank you. Wow, that sand looks nice. This sand is OG. This sand is one of the oldest things in the game, literally. At this point, it may actually be the oldest remaining thing in the game. Yay, see, Sean, someone likes my sand. We all love your sand, Ollie. The sands of time. Like an hourglass. Jezebeli, these are the days of our lives. Was Plato the one that was poisoned? Or did Plato poison himself? I forget. I've got a very limited education. Yeah, Ollie made this sand back in 2020. One of the first things that went into the game was the sand, and it's still one of our favorites. Just Billy. Yeah. Plato and it died in his sleep. Socrates poisoned. But did Socrates poison himself? To like I forget. Or was he poisoned? Socrates was Hemlock, right? Nicodemus said you could make a solid snake with a cube, and when it is detected by NPC to NPC says, oh, it's just a box. Snake in a box? Hemlock in prison. I was thinking of the immortal words of Socrates when he said, I drank what? Is that from a Bill Murray movie? Like he was forced to drink the poison himself. Well, that's rude. Socrates. Oh, Real Genius. That's a movie I haven't seen in a while. Boom. Val Kilmer delivered that line, yes? I loved that movie so much when I was a kid. I turned off damage. Fall damage is in. I've intentionally turned it off because I keep falling and killing myself. I like that one too. It's actually hard to find a place to watch it. There are a number of those old movies that I'm really getting worried will be hard to find in the future because there's a lot of stuff like that so Jasmine was born 83 and also German. So she missed a lot of this stuff that I grew up on. And so we'll often try to track down like 80s movies and we just can't find them. Kitty Pern says, out of the blue, what are you saying, Kitty Pern? In my opinion, it goes 1. Itemization, rare unique items drop like mana stones, etc. 2. Gameplay and spells. 3. Huge world and dungeons with very unique spawning mechanics or random timers, or just uber rare to pop. 4. Open world, at least 5 graphics. Now I'm trying to find the origin of this comment. What is this in response to, or is this just your declaration? Kitty Pern, did you come in here like Moses, just carrying a big stone tablet with this engraved on it? Just your declaration? Right on. Well, welcome. Appreciate the declaration. Not a bad list. It's Manifesto Tuesdays. Oh, man. Don't drop the tablets. Good call, Justin Beard. Some nice views up here when the zone gets done. Nah? Like that one movie? I'm assuming an 80s comedy about the days of old? Like A Life of Brian or something? History of the World? Is that it, Justin? What do you guys think about the scale here? Are you liking the scale? I heard from a little griffin that Sean is giving out 25 tester invites in a bit. JK. I'm glad you put that JK on there. People would get... Scale's perfect, Gwath X says. It was a Mel Brooks movie. I was wondering if it's a Mel Brooks movie. I am digging the scale as well. Haven't been able to work out since my accident, so I'm definitely not liking the scale. Hi, I see what you did. Pa-pow! Finger guns for you. The only one that gives out tester keys is me when I mistype a command. Yeah. That was a funny night. I got a lot of respect. I got a lot of respect for the people that discovered that and just kind of snuck in. So if you I'm not gonna joke about that part, but yeah. One night Ollie accidentally left the gate unlocked. The old gate the gate to our world was unlocked for a little bit. And some not pioneering. What do you call some enterprising folks decided they were just going to come in and quietly play the game for a bit. And we looked and we're like, got all excited. There was a image posted in Slack that was like, oh man, look at our concurrent friends and family concurrence off the charts right now. Folks have really come back in. And what it was some rascals just got in and quietly didn't make a fuss. We're just playing some Monsters and Memories while we slept. One night in Monsters and Memories makes a hard man humble. Wish I knew the next line to that song, Gwath. The old quarry. I may have to rethink a little bit of the lore with the quarry. If we're gonna keep it that big, then I think there's probably room for some lore additions. But I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out. Not much between despair and ecstasy. I'm trying to think of how that would have worked with that previous line. One night in Bangkok makes no man humble. Not much between despair and ecstasy. Okay, I get it now. We're good. Thadvik, yeah. You got to stay on your toes around here. You never know when we're going to make a mistake. Have to get with Simon. I still think this mountain right here in the center of the screen can probably be pulled in a bit to ensure that there's a better reveal of the city and vice versa. Idris said, just thought of a cool idea. For nighttime, maybe while you're running through the canyon there, could be default torch locations that can be lit by players. Put timers on them to automatically run out for 10 minutes or so. Light the way for friends and fellow travelers. Have you seen, we have that ability right now. So we could easily put torch holders up here. I could probably even demonstrate the application of one right now. Using John's new tool. Is that working? I have not used it yet. Merked a lot. Thank you for the follow. Kilrain, thank you for the follow. What did Droop say? What are you agreeing with here? Sounds like you need to hire some dwarfs to bring that mountain back under control. Droop, there is some dwarf lore here. Theoxel 82, if I said that correctly, thank you for the follow as well. Did you guys like come in as a team? Is it a party of 3? You should feel great relief to get to the gates. Oh, so I think there should be wolves or vultures or something harassing you on the city approach. Just enough of them to make it dangerous. Oh, down there, there's all sorts of stuff that's going to bite you. Nope, just did a search and found this randomly. Oh, right on. Cool. No, just saw Merc follow and it reminded me. Oh, thanks. Justin, I would go with that for sure. This feels vaguely like the EK pass to, yeah. Matic. There will be things that occasionally make you feel like you've maybe been here before in a way. We're big fans of nostalgia. The person working on this it was absolutely shooting to create some vibe there. And we were talking about like some of the different views that you'll get when you come up here. I wasn't expecting this view though, which is really cool. It's a nice addition. This one down in here. This area looks like it needs to be stress tests. That's you know what? Well played. Yep, Justin, I get it. Krychek, I was just catching up on Zaid's stream today. Saw you in there. Pretty sure I saw you in there. Saw a couple of our folks who are regularly in there. Pretty cool. Suppose a game developer had a lot of free time on their hands to contribute. Any chance you're wanting any help? It never hurts to, it never hurts to ping. And kind of see sort of skills match to needs and blah, blah, blah. If you're a developer and you mean like a Cody type developer, then wind up passing you over to Ali in short order. But is this a pilgrimage hike up the mountain with a temple at the summit? No, so this is a path that takes you up to a fortified area that is there's a ancient glacial lake up here that's created a reservoir that then has an aqueduct that goes all the way down into Night Harbor. And there is a company of ogre mercenaries that you will meet up here. Let me see. Tools. Static placement tool. Zone. Night Harbor Fields. Torch holder. Yes. Yes. Rare trout lake. Hash pipe. I have to admit I did something really bad in the last stream, but I haven't posted a VOD. And I think you had already left for the night. But I'm going to admit it because when I do something, I admit it. I started talking about, I can't remember what triggered it, but I started talking about my dear friend Crackpipe. I don't know why. I don't know why. I was like, yeah, and then Crackpipe was here and they're like, what? It's like, no, that's normal, right? Hashpipe says, oh no. Yeah, I was like, I blushed. I blushed because it was a legit, honest mistake. Mr. Matters asks, will there be in-game map or will it be like EQ in the very old days where you had no maps? So we've talked about allowing you to either have or attain a static map of the zone, so that you can use it for land navigation, but there's no mini map, there's no GPS, there's no /loc. In the to answer your question, Krychek, no, it wasn't the 1 to 50 EQ stream. It was the Pantheon one, I thought. Joppa had a nice, he used the term topographical map for this. Kilrain. I think we've got cartography as a trade skill. Do I still actively play on P99 Green? Wish a new server would come out. Guath, no, I don't. I mean, I should. I've been so poor at time management. Now, if a new P99 comes out, then absolutely, there's no way I'm not going to play. And that will be like my legit invest time in game playing for years type scenario there. Well, I play P99 on stream. Yeah, I used to Mortis back in the day. Nicodemus, work calls. Gotta head out. Thanks for stream as always. Nicodemus, thanks for coming by and saying hi and for your continued generosity. Natty Dread, enjoy your gift sub. Good guy, Nicodemus, always hooking people up. Also, quite the talent. If you go back through some of our old, like if you go into the community content channel, there for quite a while, Nicodemus was posting a ton of really, really beautiful sketches. All right, so I have not used this tool. I have not used it. Create a new static object. All right, here we go. This is my first time using this new actual visual editor for Oh, I'm pretty sure YouTube wants to know if I'm still here. I am. I'm going to turn the music up just a little bit more. I don't feel like you guys have been getting a full experience. So we could take this and... All right, so it's in the inspector now. Is the orientation and stuff, rotation taken from here? Does that put it in a DB? We'll see. So in theory, I have not used this tool before. This is a brand new one that John put in. So -90, or I guess I could put 270. And we could put it here. Yes. All right. Let's just try it. Let's hit... It's got an ID already. Let me open the database and see what's up. Like how these things are corresponding. Boom, boom. All right, so now I'm going to go into statics. And I think the The question from Shifty earlier was on statics. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was on statics. So definitely need to get some documentation written up. We implement /pizza to bring up DoorDash. Would we be sellouts if we found like if we did something like that? /food. Got to deal with some startup that's got more money than common sense. Mortis, all right. Not again. I don't understand your fixation with tree seeds. Why do you love them so? All right, cool. So I hit save. It's put it into our database, right? So this is now in here. Is Eminem going to have a monk? It does already have monk. Cool. So let's say we'll just say guard, tower, torch. Yeah. And so what it doesn't do is it doesn't. So we've got this. You can set default state. It's not mobile. I don't even know what MirrorX does. We'll have to figure that out in the when I write the documentation up. But now we've got 411 here that we're going to have to do. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take this torch holder here, these two torch holders, and I'm going to duplicate with foreign keys. I'm going to make this a wonderful 411. And duplicate this one. And also make it 411. There's a faster way to do this, but whatever. Yeah? Yeah. We are in agreement now. Does Monk have Feign Death? Zukin said, yep, you get it at level 1. Am I supposed to have like Franker face or whatever, something set up so that you guys can peepo properly? Help me understand. Did I see you rocking some sweet gear in a visible backpack? Of course you did. Ali said maybe HelloFresh wants to reach the boomer gamer community somehow. We should reach out to them. I will let our business development manager know immediately. BizDev notes right below. Reach out to AARP magazine. Also, Hello Fresh. So you guys are getting the lowdown on how hardcore game development works behind the scenes. Only here do you get this. Okay, so let's go. Reload zone. That did not slash. Think Geritol would be interested in you? I would be down for a Metamucil sponsor. I'm a fan of Metamucil. In Germany, we get the unflavored Metamucil. It's basically just psyllium husks. Yes, Jasmine, poop seeds. We call them poop seeds in this household. It's just mucil, no meta. All right, so 7TV is the new hotness. BT TV, FFZ, and 7TV. Somebody remind me, and I'll try to get it set up when I'm not on here. Metamucil chocolate chip cookies are a game changer. Oh my goodness. Poop seed cookies. Excuse me. The Hebrew Hammer says, I feel like we need another immediate stress test to test out these new features. They were in the stress test. You just couldn't afford a backpack yet. What? I said it. Like pot cookies for geriatrics. Not geriatrics, people who like to poop. Time set 7 p.m. It's dark out here. Are you not real? Eminem. Static placement tool. Hide static. Refresh static. Refresh statics. Hide statics. Refresh database. Jezebeli said the best thing about being a woman is that we don't poop. Fair. Did I not set this up properly? Is this even here? Let's try something. It's not real. Like the lyrics of that Shania Twain song. I don't know it, but it's Shania Twain. So you can tell me all about it. It was a dumb joke and ignore me. So there's not a Shania Twain song with lyrics about not pooping? I feel lied to. Is there going to be a race with night vision? Justin Beard asks. Or see better in dark? See in dark better. We got to figure that out. We got to figure that out. Kitty Purrin saying, are you both riffing on Shania Twain lyrics now? What in the world's going on? All right, so I got the feeling I did not set this static up properly. Let's take a look at it and see what's going on. Refresh data. Let's go down to 411. Torch holder. Static state ID transitions to static state ID 2. Key item HID torch. Consume key on use, yes. Must be on cursor, yes. On enter douse? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Ollie. All right, let's go to Wormsbane and see. Cause that's not giving me any feedback or anything right now either. Look, it's not telling me I don't have the right key. Let me check something that may be related to what Shifty was just asking. The Hebrew Hammer says, see, I'm clearly experiencing a bug. When I try to log in, it doesn't give me the test server as an option. Good try. So I really should have just taken the time to read your full message, Shifty, but it was detailed, so I was like, oh, right, I can't skim that right now. But the more I run into this now, I'm like very curious about what you wrote. Sorry. But I do have it set on reminder for 3 hours from now. All right, so let's go to Zone Wormsbane. Well, let's I should get the message as well at Night Harbor. Maybe inventory changes did break it. So we'll see. Shifty said, when I hear Shania Twain and I think of man, I feel like a woman. Apparently I need to listen to some Shania this week. Dargit said, I'd like to see limited infra ultravision kind of abilities rather than being all or nothing. Like perhaps dark vision is basically an innate light source in underground zones, but it doesn't help everywhere. It's not just boosting your monitor gamma. Infravision could be. We're gonna have a big discussion in. What? Did I break the zone? Pattis. Ollie, can you see if the thing that I just checked in a little bit ago made everything disappear? Let's see. Yep, I've got some open meta files. I've got some changed meta files. Sorry. So while we're figuring that out, let me go see if this other thing's not working as well. Okay, so this is telling me it's locked and I'm not holding the key. So I'm actually getting the feedback there. Let me go into Wormsbane. Zukin low-key calling Sean unprofessional. I like it. Where? Where did he say that? Zukin, I'm scrolling right now. I am scrolling up. Zukin said, that's why I don't mess with the zone files. I let the professional handle that. Dargith, you know what? I just read what Zukin said. You know what I think? Just between me and you. Dargith, just between me and you. You know what I think? Exactly, Zukin. I think Dargith is starting the S word unnecessarily. Ollie, is the child still near the desk? I got your back, Zukin. Dargith is trying to instigate something, but I got your back. Stirring the pot. Exactly. That is the S word I was thinking of. A pot of S. I may need to exit the editor. Clear the changes. All right, we're doing it. Is she still here? All right. Little one, I am saving her ears. Discarding changes. Reloading the editor. That reminds me, no one tell Jasmine that I was using the accent earlier. What? It was nothing. Man. He's giving me the German eye. Keith! It's alive. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Kasaraka? Frostapone? Or is that a pone? Nazari, Cresnex, and Transwave. Congratulations. Commercial free. Be honest, how often do you pull out your Sergeant Schultz impression? I know nothing. I never actually do that. I always forget about Sergeant Schultz. Would adding particle effects to a robe be super hard to do? Always wanted that in EQ class. It shouldn't be horribly hard, kitty. Means Studio, thank you for the follow. Alright, so I'm not seeing any changes in GitHub. Let's log back in and see what's up. You don't want to know how many months I spent trying to figure out how to spawn pigeon back in the day? There goes 2.5 months of my life. It's amazing the crazy like urban legends about how things were spawned in Classic EQ. Dargit said, Zukin, you know it'd be cool? The animated textures you have for elementals but on cloaks. You know it'd be even cooler if we've already tried it and looked at it and looked pretty cool. Can I post a picture of my stuffed moose? Oh, I can post a picture of my stuffed moose if you want. He goes with me wherever I leave the apartment. Justin, yes, of course. That is what my Discord is for. That's what Discord's for. The stuffed moose. The bad times Oh, there's something garden pictures. That's what Sean's disc was for. Laura? I will mispronounce the last name on that tune every time. And Daviska. Hey, Dark Inside. Did I miss? Oh, man. Yeah, I've got to stay on top of it. If I go 23 seconds without acknowledging Dark Inside, I'm in trouble. OM Gamer said, hello, I'm so hyped for this game. Ande Visca. I did not pronounce it that way. I think I said ande instead of ande. Close enough. Fair enough. And then Hallfunk said, guy in my weekly EQ group was on the playtest and he's so hyped for this game. That's so cool to hear. It's been really fun because we were just honestly unsure of what the reaction was going to be and really honestly unsure of how the playtest was going to go. I mean, it was a stress test and all, so the fact that so many people left there pretty hyped was an overwhelmingly cool sign for us. Gamer says, it's so awesome to see the game get better over time. I missed the pill-shaped characters though. When we do a TLP, the first week you're just gonna be capsule people. When we do, we'll have multiple TLPs maybe. We'll have one that's based off of one TLP timeline and the other one's based off of the legit old school evolution of the game. We'll speed up the first part, but then the rest of it will be true to form. For 2 weeks, you'll just be on a... You'll be on just a flat... Well, it was never really flat. You'll be in our very simple Blender zone that we had. Cinnamon Garbage says, the models look great in those capes. Nice, thank you for that. Cinnamon Garbage, I don't remember ever saying your name out loud before. Are you new here? Had a Memorial Day cookout and a friend and I nabbed to stress test was gushing about how excited he is for Eminem. And a friend I nabbed. Oh, okay, a friend that you brought into the stress test. Oh, right on. Was Trooper X66 in a previous life, long time. Okay. That makes more sense now. These doors are acting so randomly. I don't know that I've written up a bug on them yet. Should write up a bug. Okay, so that looks like that one was working. Let's go to Wormsbane. And see if those are working. Any comments regarding number of zones for exploration, cities, dungeons, etc.? Baldric, you mean eventually, long term, or by the end of proof of concept? Excuse me. Right, so aggro off, invulnerable. I've got to find where one of these torch holders actually is, though. I guess I could just look in the database and go there. Let's do that. That'll save us a little bit of time. A lot of the buildings are empty, but there are some buildings with doors that are the ones being used. Justin. A lot of those other buildings that are empty, though, are player housing, player shops. In the proof of concept, maybe long term if you're willing to spill the beans. It's not really a spill the beans thing. It's something that we're just kind of figuring out as we go. So I was just mainly curious about your curiosity. I don't have an answer for you yet. It's funny. It's something we've been talking a little bit about recently as well, but just don't have a good answer for you. But once we have a better idea, we'll wind up talking about it. Because again, we're trying to be super open with approach and setting expectations and all that stuff. So when we know, we'll absolutely let you know. And you're very, very welcome. You should have GMs that get to chat worldwide and run events with rewards like request a song or shout out, and the whole server can hear. Would that be disruptive to some people's immersion though, Katie? Really need some nostalgia when playing this game. Please tell me I can drop coins on the ground like old EQ. I don't know that you can drop coins yet, but that doesn't mean that it may not happen. I just don't think it's been implemented. You can drop coins now? What? 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 You can drop all the coins. Interesting. There we go. New here, but you said player housing. Is that going to be a thing? Dixel? Yes, it is going to be a thing. We've even got some little bits of functionality hanging out here and there for that. Would be nice to get a custom model or something for coins on the ground. Same for weapons. Would it be too cheesy to just have some like little coin stacks? You know, even if you drop one coin, you get a coin stack. But I could see that being something that, a little something like this. What is player housing? I never saw that in EQ. EQ Live's got it and EQ2 had it. Shifty said the way old school RuneScape handled it was to have a few different models, icons that were switched between depending on the size of the stack. That would be really custom. That'd be cool. Jezebeli says, I remember at the Lake of Ill Omen windmill, I traded an Ixar gold to pick up my necro spells from their city. I was KOS and my inventory was accidentally full when he traded me back the sack of spells and then dropped on the ground. The gnome did a drive-by and stole the bag immediately. I was out gold with no spells. Well, not all gnomes are horrible. Quit playing in 2000. What does it do for you? I think it's mainly cosmetic in EQ. But if somebody knows if there's more than cosmetic, let me know. Meanwhile, let me actually go to one of these torches in here so that we can test this thing that we've been talking about for 10 minutes. So go to 815 1 1 negative 246. All right. There is a torch holder. No, so this one's acting normally. All right, so this is what should be going on. At the guard tower. So I need to just figure out what's up in data. See, so I had a torch. I put it up there, and that consumed my torch. So to answer your question, Ollie, that curious how you plan on implementing a non-instance player housing without making a crazy property rush at launch. We're probably going to make a crazy property rush at launch. Raku says housing in EQ1 cosmetic, tribute, trophy, storage. Sna says EQ1 you needed a house to plot to put trophies down, which were another type of tribute if you know how the tribute system works in EQ. And we're gonna, you know, so there's the storage implications. We'll see what other stuff we wind up tacking on in there. Trade skills, so it gives you more space for certain types of trade skill. Equipment. Yeah, so okay. This works here. It's also, it looks a bit different, a little bit smaller. So let's go back. Zone, night, harbor, fields, and figure out what's up with the one that we placed. Room. Yep. Just turn right back around and go in your room. There you go, buddy. Kitty says housing's cool, but if it were me, I'd put all my money into items. But housing is a cool extra feature. Well, see, then if you make a friend or you've got a guild or whatever, you can spend all your money on items and they can spend the money on the housing, and then you can be social. So kind of like a bank location. Do you have to pay for them? Yes, you will rent them from us. Then you will always be a renter. You will never be an owner in our game. So that if you stop paying your rent, boom, kicked out. Property be rented. Yes, Brown Butcher. And we're hoping as we expand the playable world, we'll be adding in other new interesting locations. Like I'm excited for the piece of property that is. Are we actually still zoning, or are we hung up here? I'm excited for like the inn out in the middle of the Karanas, right? That's a rentable location, that type of thing. Only in our game, like the inn or the tavern in the middle of nowhere. That'd be a fun one to rent. Any thoughts on something like in rooms or temporary housing storage until you can afford a house? We've got in rooms, but they're also non-instanced. We've already got them in. I don't think I'm still zoning, guys. Whether or not we find that we need to at some point do instancing for some of it, I guess we'll figure out, but honestly, we want to like challenge ourselves to have it be as static as possible and see how we can overcome some of the issues with it. I wonder if someone will make a lantern lighter guild. We actually have a faction in game that is a lamp lighting guild. With today's tech, could it be possible to have one server and in town there are like 12,000 people, but only 500 load up at a time? You mean like do phasing or some sort of instantiation? Kind of makes me think of back... Where's the first place I saw this a fair bit? Guild Wars 1, I think. Then you'd have to sync up with your friends. Which instance are you in? I think EQ1 has... Live has picks as well that are... You can have like 20 instances of a open world zone running. But we don't have any plans for anything like that at this time. Like one huge server for everyone, but no instance. But it would be open world. Oh, Now, is that a semantics thing? Because they got to be somewhere, right? If there's 12,000 people, but you're only seeing 500. Do the other 11,500 just... Where do they go? I mean, most PCs can... Oh, hold on. Maybe you can turn a house into a shop with an NPC merchant? Maybe. Oh, you mean you just don't render beyond a certain number? PlanetSide was like that. If I remember correctly, PlanetSide only ever rendered 80 mobile objects. It seemed like, I mean, because there would be hundreds of people in a battle. And Nick's like, his head pops out of sand. Did someone say PlanetSide? Yeah, so is that not correct? So those like 300 person bridge battles and stuff. I could have sworn that it was only 80 individuals and vehicles were rendered at a time and everything else was cut out. And I could have sworn it was proximity based. But it felt like 1,000, yes, for sure. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Might explain some stability issues with the emulator. Yeah, I thought it was I thought that's what we found when we were digging into it for Guns for Hire, the mercenary game we were going to do. Yes, YouTube, I am watching. All right. Twerk Goddess said, wow, I'm loving Robot Live. When you say it like that. I think I got my lip smashed in jiu-jitsu today and I didn't realize it. And just lips just started randomly hurting. Immortal Swine, and thank you for noticing. Hello there. All right, so let me figure out what in the heck I'm doing wrong over here. Let me open another copy to DB so I can do some direct comparison. Statics. We'll start there. Start debugging. Seeing you running along the cliffside makes me hope there's a safe fall skill. Fond memories of tumbling down the side of the pass in EQ. Baldric, Nick is your go-to person for asking for skills. Okay. So let's play with this. Let's see what we can do here to test out what's going on with this. Let's move it. Let's see if the facing will change. So we'll do 90. Reload zone. Swords for Hire is your M&M guild name? Good name. With that cape and backpack for a second, I thought you were a penguin walking in the desert. How dare you, Dark Inside? I am a mighty adventurer. Sheesh. Kitty Purn says, yes, this game reminds me of EQ. It's the only MMORPG I've had hope for in 10 plus years. No pressure, gang. Alright, so it did update. It did update. A Popper's Penguins? What are you talking about, Justin Beard? Mary Poppers? So, scale, default state ID. Alright, so we're going to look at this one while I look at the original one that I was just looking at in Worm's Bane. I see that it's scaled down in Worm's Bane. It's got a default state of 1. And this is what? This has got a default state of... Aha! Did that not copy over? Interesting. May have to duplicate these and see if maybe that one field isn't being updated in the tool. What? Mr. Popper's Penguins is a movie with Jim Carrey? Yeah. Does he make weird faces in it? Boom. All right. Fixed it. Oh, found the bug. Oh my gosh. I almost died. Thank God for that bit of agility you just saw there. How did I do that? Wait. Whoa. Wow. Cool. All right, so let's finally make this thing actually happen that we were only looking at for 1 hour. Time set. 8 p.m. Oh, yes, it's dark. Torch in my hand. Activated. Torch. Added to torch holder. Reduce speed. Actually, increase speed. have you guys thought of having shapeshifters as an NPC race? Maybe. You mean like doppelgangers? You don't mean like lycanthropes, right? Oh, interesting. There's a... Is that a sphere of influence? It probably is. I wonder how much of a pain in the ass it would be to override that for certain things like this. Oh my god, it's probably such a pain in the ass in the code. Making an exception for something like that. Did I? Okay. Like, did I turn invulnerability on? I don't know. Was the torch the correct size? Seems a bit large. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. This is the original size. Well, for those of you that ever asked if we've got madmen out in our deserts. Hi, buddy. Yeah, so the torch holder's pretty big. You are correct. In Wormsbane, it looks like Nick scaled it down to like a quarter of the size. But look how nice and big and bright that light is. Enjoyed the stress test. Keep up the good work. Massive Pigs, thank you for that. And thank you for the follow. Yeah. All right. So that answers a question that somebody had earlier. Can we... Is it possible for players to, as they travel up the pass... Damn it, Simon, you have foiled my plan. Immortal Swine. Thank you for the follow. Immortal Swine, did you come in with Massive Pigs? Or is it just, honestly, it's another one of those coincidences? You were in here already, and you're like, Massive Pigs just followed. Man. I remember Ollie mentioning a while back that he sets doors to have infinite SOI, so it could be possible for other sites. Oh, nice! Thank you, Shifty. I think that would be cool then. Been meaning to follow and you showed up in the recommended channels for the first time? Oh, nice. But yeah, Shifty, that's actually, that would be a huge thing. Let me look and see. Is it in the data at all? Probably isn't, but... maybe it's just a code thing. That might be a worthwhile option for us to have just in data. Right, so it may be something like doesn't use SOI or whatever. Then we just got to promise not to abuse it. Because then we could flag... you know, certain things. Like there's a lot of these torches that I'd be like, I don't care if they use SOI or not. Like the ones in Wormsbane, right? They should, because you're never going to see them at a distance. But this one here, and you know, some of the other lights that we have that'll be kind of player driven. That would be nice to be able to then have us manually flag them. But yeah. Cool. But I like it. Oh, thank you. That'd be very cool of you, Shifty. Trying to see how far out we can see this thing. Yeah, so that's something we've discussed a bunch. Just having more opportunities for players to activate lights and oh, you know what? Let me test this really quick and see if it is a bug with the tool. We'll set one more up. We'll put one up here. And we'll use that to test whether or not there was a bug with the tool. While we're in here. I'm flying. Well, I guess in theory I didn't need to come up here. I just needed to zoom over here in this view. Oh no, but I still need to test it. So, okay. So, let's do this. Oh yeah, so we actually have to, but that wouldn't have been the tool's fault. I don't think. All right, let's try it again. M&M. Static placement tool. Torch holder, it's going to be in this zone instead. Create a new static. If this was 90s hip hop, then you wouldn't want no static. Especially from the FOFO automatic. But it's not. It's M&M. So we're going to place a static. Jeez, is this tower placed at an angle? Interesting. Interesting. What's up, Cacao? Were you impressed by my flow? They're like, we didn't know you had it in you, robot. You guys better warn Larry. I'm coming for him. I'm going to spend months practicing my freestyle. Even if it does defeat the purpose. What, you thought those guys made all that stuff up on the spot? Come on now. Alright. So, 412. Interesting. I wonder how he's pulling that. I wonder if he's just pulling the highest number in the highest like ID in the database and incrementing it by 1. John, if you're out there, is that what you're doing? We can test that in a second. So we'll hit save. Okay. We'll refresh the database. There it is. Guard tower torch, yes. Let's see what happened here. Now it's got a default state ID of 1. Huh. Okay, so there's nothing here. Where's the tool? Refresh statics. Hide statics. Refresh statics. Alright, let's now go over to the static states. Cool. And we'll go down to 411. Duplicate row with keys. Increment it to 412. Duplicate row with keys. Make it 412 as well. We should be good, yes. We'll compare it to the one that's working now. Did we not do that? Refresh. Uninteractable is set to 1. I was looking at that myself. Lisava, I was just looking at that thinking, that seems odd. Yeah. Look at that. Why did that do that? But we're seeing it here. Oh, I know why. I know why. When they were together, it threw me. Because I thought it was like 411 or 412 were both set to that. But it's because it's its second state. Right? So we have your base state, which is an interactable state. Right? Which is the state where it's looking for the torch. Because this actually came from our door system. Like statics are essentially what started as doors. Mortal Swine, thank you for the prime. But whereas in old games we'd figure something like this out and then we would just still keep it like the door table. And then, you know, how do you put torches on the wall? You go into the door table. Ollie's actually been really, really good. And the team's been really good about when we identify a new use for something, sitting down and kind of quickly going, hey, we're using this for a number of different things. Let's sort of, what do we call that? Not genericize it. Anyways, sort of step up a level and then go, what could it be? Okay, so now there's statics, right? And so for statics, we've got the shrines that you can interact with in here, the big garrison gate that opens and closes at night, and you can open and close it, that type of stuff, is the static. Doors are statics. These torch holders are statics. Forges and anvils are statics. We have a lever. What was this thing called before? The lever of moisture or something like that. When we first put it in as a test, it was a lever. You could just pull it and it would just cause it to start raining. So anyway, what's going on here is when it's in this state, it's interactable. And then you interact with it by giving it a torch. And then once it's got a torch in it, you can't interact with it until the torch burns out. Excuse me. And why is there an auto transition delay in milliseconds of 1.2 million? Probably something hacky. Probably a hacky solution. Now, what I'm curious about is, I thought we were setting the duration of the... How many minutes is 1.2 million milliseconds? Can someone convert that for me really quick? Because simple math is hard for me. So anyways, it may actually make sense. Because I was like, I thought we were defining the duration of the torch in the static state. But maybe it's just pulling it from the actual object item. Right, so reload zone. 20 minutes. Then that may actually be us just being generous with torches. That may just be generosity. Reload zone. Reload zone, damn it. Okay. Cool. So now we have this one here. We'll give it a torch as well. All right, so there is no bug with the tool. We have confirmed that. There is just, maybe it was a copy paste error. I don't know. A duplication error. All right, so yeah, when the team was talking about having these player-driven lights in the past, it seemed like one, there's a little bit of a social benefit, you know, if players actually leave lights in different places and things like that. Especially then later with campfires, if we've got additional benefits that you derive from them, then that's kind of a cool move. But it also it's just kind of a neat way of seeing that somebody's been by there recently, right? So. And I'll ask again for people that maybe weren't here earlier. What do you think? What do you think about the scale here? Let me run up in here. Feels big so far. You like it? Cool. Yeah, there's this whole other way up here, which is neat. Dixel says, I appreciate it. Bigger is better, in my opinion. Nice. Well, and we'll play around a little bit. There are some treacherous things out here, that some sketchy little enemies and stuff. Ooh, I like this area right here. I wonder if it is meant for what I think it might be meant for. Interesting. Nice. Oh, wait, what? This is a different... I didn't see this one before. Interesting. And it really might be meant for what I think it's meant for. Cool. Well, that'd be fun to populate. No, it's probably pretty dark for you guys, so let me... So let me not have cheat speed on, but let me move a little faster. Cast. Speed of wild. Oops, I interrupted myself. I feel faster. Feel free to start a petition to rename that spell to Speed of the Weasel. A tamer version of Speed Gem? Speed Stone? Interesting. Let me make one just so I don't forget. SI Speed Stone. Did I not make it? Be nice if we had confirmation. Oh, in my offhand. I see it now. Hey, John, what's going on, dude? How are things? All right. This is what was up here. But then that's over there. Okay. Other than the whole province being on fire, pretty. I forgot you were. Yeah. Apparently a third fire broke out, also out of control. You're not living around where that stuff's like, you're not in the path of it, are you? Zukin, I'm so tempted to make all sorts of jokes about who's trying to be who in that scenario. No, thankfully, sure getting nervous though. Time to redo the go bag. Yeah, always got to keep the go bag ready to go, buddy. Hey, Rune. Rune. Hey, why aren't you in your room? Oh, you're ignoring me. Okay. Okay. So here's another example of a static interactable light. Yeah. All right. So one of the things that I've got on my list that I want to do more of, I mentioned it in the last stream, but then I realized not right before, but today, earlier today, I realized that before I go, well, I mean, I could implement a bunch of placeholder ones and just change them. For now, we, oh, yeah. I may just do placeholders after all. Here, let me do a placeholder really quick, because it's something that Shifty was talking about, and I wanted to show how we could do it. So anyway, what I'm talking about is we've got, if you click the look button over here, you see, right here it says you are in Night Harbor. And depending on what you're near or what items you have or what spell you may have on, etc., it may give you a different description, right? You may see something interesting, or it may kick off a little text-based interaction that we have. Those of you that have been around for a while, you're familiar with it. But one of the things that I wanted to do in the Red Mantle Garrison area as a test is just do some very brief, like one-line room descriptions. And so that way you could kind of get a feel for, we've got like 2 rooms that I just put really simple props in, and one's looks like a little barracks room, and another one looks like a smaller barracks room. And so when you hit look in one room, it could be a you notice the simple barracks, likely for junior. You notice the simple barracks likely for more junior guards, but everything looks tidy, right? I don't know. I just made that up. Something simple. Then if you hit the look button in the other one, it's this smaller barracks room appears to be used for officers, right? Like you could put just a little description in there, which very simple descriptions that might be something you get, like a simplified version of something you get from a DM, a dungeon master, when you're exploring a place. And the goal there is to allow us to use fairly simple prop placement, but then add in as much flavor as we want. Because one of those could also say, depending on if you've got a certain perception skill, if you've got an item in your pocket, if you've got a buff like see and viz or detect evil or whatever on you, you may get an additional little bit on there, which is a slightly different description is, you notice the strange glow in the corner, right? So, and then that kicks things off. Hey, what's up, Brex? How you doing? And thanks, Immortal Swine. That's nice of you to say. Immortal Swine said, the city and landscape looks great. Thank you. So I want to start getting those in more places. The problem is we currently can only do it with a spherical volume instead of a box volume. And spherical is going to wind up being less precise, right? Because in order to cover the area that you want to cover, you're going to have overlap. You're going to have cutting through, especially if it's in a vertical space or whatever. It may dip into the room below or above or whatever. So it's not as easy to work with, especially given that a lot of our spaces are going to be more sort of conducive to one or more box volumes here, right? So yeah, Bricks. We're just steadily adding stuff. Oh, there's actually, I don't know if have you guys seen this? Let's see if these guys have it. They should. Check this out. It's a damn, I'm burying some leads here. So we've got a new merchant UI that we've been working on. So click on the items. And then will you be able to make friends with NPCs to get lower prices or better selling prices? It's something we're discussing. Little evolutions in your relationship with certain vendors and stuff has definitely been something we're discussing. So let's find a different vendor because here we'll go to our dearest friend, the Shifty Gnome. Be cool if you can unlock quests by making friends as well. Well, I mean, one of our original inspirations, like I said, we were inspired by a number of games. Not just the one. One of our inspirations was always Stardew Valley. So in this case, he's got stuff that he doesn't want to buy. He's got this. So I've got a rusty warhammer. He says he'll give me 4 silver, 5 copper at the most. And then he also says I'll make tons of profit selling this to, and he gives a NPC name here. So he's kind of spilling the beans. So in this case, we just have a placeholder name for the rusty weapons vendor. But yeah, and so we're gonna add a little bit of carrot in there. What? We'll find some different ways to make the interaction with some of these guys have some better sort of perks to it. Hello again, Dark Inside. Shifty Gnome should also give you false info. I can make a lot selling this to Buddy Ripoff Dude, and Buddy's price is even worse, but Shifty gets a cut. I could see that. Cool. Oh yeah, so let me try something really fast. If I hit look here. What's up, Isan? All right. So let me look in the database and see if we've got anything already planned for here. If we go to zone mud action. Let's go to descriptions here. Board. Bank. Dwarf Quarter, Rogue Guild. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Dark Inside, feel free to. All right, so I don't see it. Oh, interesting. We do have a C and Viz test. Did I set that up a long time ago? Someone else? I think I did set it up. I did. I remember this now. So let's go. Let me try this out real quick because I don't think I've actually done anything with it. Caught one that mentioned stables. Let me see. Stables. We got in stables, gate stables. So I don't think they're here, and I don't think it's a full district. Right, but if I go to, and again, it's going to be a lot easier with box volumes instead of spherical volumes, but I can I can make a sphere really quick and we can test the overlap on them, but I'm fairly certain that we've tested overlaps in the past with mud actions and they worked fine. So let me, I could have sworn it's Sproggett's Adventure Store that's got some stuff to look at. And this is also where the CMVS test will be. So if I look here, yep, various ropes, packs, and other sundries. Yeah, various ropes, packs, and other sundries of varying price and quality hang on the walls here. Other supplies like bundles of torches, firewood, and empty bottles sit on the shelves, displayed proudly. The shopkeeper watches you eagerly. Okay, so we've got that going on in here. So then, in theory, if I come in here, scene, if I find myself, clients, here, F, cool. So in theory, if I make a giant ass sphere, but again, this is why we want to get the boxes in here. If I go to zone panel, enable spawners. Oh, zone lines. Oh man, we've got the zone lines have been moved to data. I forgot Gary's got that. I need to make a list tells me to read my list. Shit. Zone lines. We can do that on Thursday if people haven't beat us to it. Zone lines. Who knows, if we can convince Ollie or somebody to put in box volumes, we can get busy with those as well. Thursday. Lasava says, that's so flippin' cool. I'm definitely going to be someone who quickly tries to max any sort of perception skill. It'll be yeah, we're gonna see how we can mess with you a little bit in terms of things that you need to do to be able to max certain skills. And for us, the cool thing is, if you look at the way we've got these set up, so we've got a skill HID here, and we've got a skill requirement, so like the actual number. And so we can actually make any of our skills a perception skill, right? So you could, if we've got spycraft in, we've got masonry, we've got whatever, we could have it so that you need a specific, one of these specific skills to then be able to see something that maybe somebody else didn't see, and it may be something weird, right? Like our commerce skill. Is it possible to be in multiple mud bubbles, like you're in Night Harbor Docks, and then next line is you see something going in a corner? So it's kind of radiates out, and so at the moment, and we'll see in a second, it should be just when you're in the one bubble that basically says you see something glinting in a corner, you're not going to see you're in Night Harbor Docks. But the second you're out of that radius, it'll say you're in Night Harbor Docks, if that makes sense. Looking at papers in a government office, you may need spycraft to understand the papers and what information would be important. Yeah, exactly. That sort of thing. So here, what we've got to do for now, because we don't have a tool, is we'll visualize it making a new fake spawn volume that we're not actually going to save. So radius, let's start with 200. Create it, click. Oh my gosh, that's huge. That's bigger than, okay, that's not what we were shooting for. Let's fix ourselves here. Let me find, it's not going to be in here yet. Is it going to be? Yeah, it's going to be in here. $50? Okay. So as you can see, the going with the sphere, it makes it a little more difficult, but we'll expand that a bit. Let's make it let's go with a solid 70 for now. There'll be some overlap. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. So what we do here is we're just going to grab these coordinates from position. Thanks. Copy. Come into here. Come back to here. We'll find an empty spot. We'll just use a temporary sort of for now. We'll go. Night Harbor. And we'll put a new one in. We'll actually create this one from scratch. Night Harbor. We'll make it 555 for now. Boom. Copy. Boom. But John did a really great job with the static tool, so I think we can probably start to get some of these other tool improvements going as well. It'll make some of this a little bit easier. This will be another look. Yeah, not that, John. Oh, this is a long one. Ooh. Oof. Luna, was that you? You're standing in the night market. So we'll just, that's, you know, it's not very creative. Night market district test. Yeah? Yeah. So we'll do that one. Let me find Invis and let me fix this one. Because I'm fairly certain it's got this reply is fine. It'll say, you see a painting that's been hidden by magic, right? But it doesn't work. That's something I put in a long time ago to test something. How come it uses spheres instead of boxes? Don't computers like squares? I think so, but that's an Ollie question. I think maybe because it was like, it came to be as an iteration of another system that may have already been using spheres instead of boxes. But I think it'll be an easy enough fix, to be honest. I am, after years and years and decades of working on teams where it took forever to get new tools and features added, no offense to those previous teams, I'm always so shocked at how fast we get stuff added and fixed. It's just, honestly, it's freaking mind-blowing. And that's why I was so excited too with the stress test. I was like, not only do we get all this shit like quickly, it worked. Awesome. I love it. That's so nice. Oh, so let me read the documentation. We just updated it. So let me find which of these pages the documentation is on. Not you two. I have so many browser windows open. Not you. Here we go. Mud actions. Yes. We're just updating you. So in the prompt, we'll do buff see invisibility. That should be the one. Let me double check in the DB. Ability or buff. See? Cool. We'll see if this works. All right, so this has now been added. The other one's been added. Let's go back in the game. We'll do this. We'll just do a little test look again. I'm in here. Cool. Let's come out here and look. Oh, my posture. Another look, because there's a cooldown on it. I'm in Night Harbor. Okay, reload zone. Be interesting if this actually works. The cooldown didn't reset with reload zone. I wonder if the button got stuck. That used to be a bug a long time ago. Okay, so it still says I am just in Night Harbor. Now, is that because I'm... Let's try this over here. Oh man, we ran into... I think there used to be a blacksmith here. That'll need to get updated. Oh, I think that was... I think I know what quest that's for. Alright. Let's figure out why our thing's not working. Oh, while we're waiting, let's see if this works. Look. Okay. Zukin's Shifty said, actually, sphere is most optimal. It's just a simple distance check. Yeah, it's weird. For some reason, I thought in the past there was some situation where we were talking about different volume types, and for some reason I thought sphere added complexity to something, but I guess I was remembering it wrong. Like spherical collision versus box collision. For some reason, I thought spherical was slightly more expensive. Huh. Why I'm not a programmer. Cast see invisibility. I'm going to cast the invisibility on myself and see if this works. And if it doesn't work, I think it's just probably because I didn't set some shit up right. Story of my life. Ooh, I wonder if there's a order of precedence. Oh. That's from where I was trying to hack something before. I should probably take that off that ability. Buff effect. Let's see. No, not that. Cancel editing. Delete selected row. Move buff. Move buff. Reload data. Okay. delete this as well. Hmm. Go back here, delete this. Really? It shouldn't be. Hmm. Okay, what's supposedly referencing that? Foreign key to buff HID references content buff HID. Weird. Let me see here. Continuing to look. Yeah. That really shouldn't be referenced anywhere else. If it fails one more time, then I'll just deal with it later. Alright. More key constraints. Alright. So that's just sloppy. I have to fix that. But now with regards to the mud actions. Zone mud action. I'm wondering if it's just an ordering issue then. Right, so if we find right, so it's Night Harbor 95. Come here. So what we would do is take this 95 and we're going to make it a 92. So it comes first in terms of ID. Reload zone. So essentially, in theory, it would be first unless you just don't have... remove these. Cool. All right. So we do it again. Look. Same message. Cast the invisibility. Still nothing. All right. This will go on my list of things to get with Ollie and debug. Because let me try one more version of this. Because in terms of order, it's now here. It's using the same, maybe a matter of which volume you enter first or last. They're the exact same coordinates, same size. And so that's why I assumed it was a bit of a race condition or it was the ordering issue. We can walk all the way out. Yeah. Right. And so that's why I was looking at basically I reordered it. And oh wait. Did I reorder it? Yeah, I did. Because it's 92, 93, 94. And it was 95 before. So it's been on either side of these. Sanity check, if you temporarily move one or the other, does a new one work on its own? The problem is in moving them. Well, actually, that's a lie. Let me just use my Loke. But that's actually a good check. All right, so we're out here. Should be pretty clear, even though that's indicative of a whole different issue. Because that other volume we just added should be firing off here. Let me get my Loke. We'll use... Though, oddly enough, this one wasn't precisely... It was actually one unit different from the other two. But let's just use my Loke really quick and see. 399... 14... negative 898. Yeah. Cool. Reload zone. All right, so that's not working there. Let me look again and make sure that this is essentially set up. Let's use a different version, buff effect. And we'll reload again. The invisibility's on us. Nope, still nothing. Interesting. Let's do one final check. Let's remove this prompt. Oh, fake sneeze. We'll remove the prompt. We'll accidentally feign death. And then we'll reload zone. John said, wow, they just suspended all woods activities here. No walking, ATV, forestry, nothing. Stay to F out, basically. Well, if the woods are on fire, that might not be bad advice. Nope. So that speaks to a different issue. These two work. Ooh. All right. So I scrolled over a bit more and saw that we have this condition field that's used for certain things. Mainly like day night. Yep. Shifty just said, I'd also remove testing by removing a condition, changing the prompt. Yeah. So I just noticed that there was an old, from when we were trying to do it a different way. There was an old condition list in here that I've got the feeling has been screwing some stuff up the whole time. All right. So if we come here, I think this is where I was roughly. Try again. Oh, we haven't reloaded the data. So we'll reload data after removing that condition. Oh, the joys of testing. Oh, I just clicked the wrong. All right, it's 11 p.m. here. I'm going to blame it on that. There we go. That's been the bug the whole freaking time. The whole time, that has been the bug. All right, now let's go back to testing the thing we wanted to test originally. Let's copy those values. Shifty said, haha, it's my life. It's basically like a puzzle game. Yeah, you're constantly just... It's very much just... That's game development as well, right? Like, it's not just in a situation where you're testing for stuff. It's just always... That's how it always goes to. Becomes a sequence of nested tasks. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Because... I'm just going to fix this one. I'm just going to fix this one up real quick. Yeah, and it'll be like, let me add this. I had this idea for this cool little thing. It's going to take 2 minutes. Oh, let me try. It was like adding the torch earlier. But in all fairness, I never used that tool before. Since we just had that. But like, there's always these things where it's like, oh, I'm just going to add this cool little thing. 35 minutes later. Though the benefit of that is usually that when you screw something like that up once, then it kind of reactivates. Like you realize, hey, all right, last time it was blah. Let me go check these fields and that field again. So you get faster over time, but it's amazing how much new shit you can break. All right, so remove buff, because it should require buff see invisibility, though we also have buff effect, and so we'll see which one of the two works. If I come in here now, I look. By nightfall, a dim light illuminates the various adventuring supplies kept on hand. There are even a few lanterns lit up as both a demonstration and for practical reasons. Well, it's lying to me. There's clearly no light in here, but we'll deal with that later. Cast see invisibility. Now we can actually test this. I'm not saying it's going to work, but... Yep, cool. There we go. That was easy. That was only, what, 20 minutes of our life. It works. It works. There you go. This was probably enthralling 20 minutes ago when I was like, look, all I have to do is give myself see invis and I can see something that I wouldn't ordinarily see in here. And you're like, yeah, show me. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait to see this shit in action. And then 20 minutes of Jeopardy music later, it works. Literally everybody's asleep. They're all gone. Bye, guys. Hope you find your dad. Can you send me that gift, Dukin? Hey, 20 minutes or not, I still think it's a flipping cool system. Nasaba, thank you very much. And I'm assuming, I've been saying Lasava the whole time. I'm assuming it's Lasava, not like Lisa from VA. So cool. Yeah, that's let's see it. Let's see it in action again. And back to normal. Slacked it. Thank you, Zukin. Just Lisa works as well. Tight. I'll just call you Lisa from now on then, because I don't think we've got many Lisas, if any Lisa. Cool. Let's see. Jezebeli said this was a great stream. Well, thank you. Sna said, yeah, the mud actions are a bit strange to me because I've never used that in a game before, but I like the system. I'm hoping that once people kind of get used to it and we refine our approach on text and we've got like a better way of presenting the text window wise and stuff. We've talked about some different solutions for making it more prominent and all of that. I'm really hoping that people start to dig in it and it creates a sense of mystery, because you see this happen automatically. Basically, there are 3 volumes in here. And I hate like describing it as volumes, because then I don't want you guys to be thinking too clinically, right? We have to see how the sausage is made, so it kind of ruins it for us a little bit, but you guys don't watch too much. Don't want you to ruin it for yourselves. Like, it's magic. These aren't volumes that you're in. These are what's another? No, they're different states that you're going to find this place in, right? So don't think of it as you're entering a volume. Think of it as you're entering Sproggett's shop here, and at night when you look, you get one message, and during the day, you get a different message. And if you got C and Vez, you get a different message, right? Because the cool thing too is we can now also chain this so that basically when you've got See and Viz, not only can you look, but you can inspect the painting. But you can't inspect the painting if you can't see it. Come on, don't be crazy. And so you'll notice the painting when you've got See and Viz. Or hell, we could be crazy. We could put a painting in there and you could inspect it. And then when you've got See and Viz, you can inspect it again and you see some other shit in there, right? It's just crazy. Can you taste the painting? You probably could taste the painting if we wanted to take the time to write all of those various things up. But in theory, you could. Enticements to keep looking. Exactly. The perception of end text is reminiscent of gold box games or muds like Gemstone. That is literally where we draw the inspiration. The name of these interactions are mud actions because of old mud games. I recommend not licking red oil paints, Pattis says. Historically, not been best for the brains. Snot said the only memories of mud games were watching my brother play them when I was real young, and I couldn't play them because I couldn't read type fast enough yet. Aw. My guess is that it tastes like goblin butt. Surprising amount of stuff in the universe seems to, for reasons unknown to anyone except Ollie. And we didn't even really mean goblins, but like, sorry goblin. We mean like a generalized goblin. Snot says, I feel like I'm going to buy and look to a move key. Yeah, but it's got such a long cooldown that you may wind up missing something then. That's the compromise. A goblin's butt. Okay, sorry. Mortal Swine said, the See and Viz example just sounds like a tabletop campaign and having to cast detect magic. Yep, and the cool thing is we can do it with all, I mean, basically it's just, the system allows us to use any abilities. And hopefully that encourages us to create more interesting abilities, because now we've got a system that works with whatever. So it could be, I mean, we could make an ability right now. It's like, I don't know, detect calligraphy. You know, it's a bad idea, but it could be, you know, detect evil, detect corruption, detect good, detect whatever, right? So we could put all that stuff in there. And if we don't want to burden classes with those, we could have them on like single read scrolls. We could have them on like the classic example of a wand with 5 charges, right? Detect curse. So, yeah, so it's really easy. We just make the new ability. And if your cooking skill is over 100, when you look, can you notice what type of meat something is? Yeah, in theory. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward because what we would do then is we'd just go in here and go skill HID, cooking, skill requirement 100. And then we just, you know, basically place it, associate it with meat. Now, what we haven't done yet is had the ability to use these on objects. So that could be a thing where maybe if you're holding it, you could inspect and taste and stuff. That's something I don't think we have a request in for yet, is using the mud actions on held objects. Interesting paradigm. And then if you see conditions, we've got day night. Once we get lunar cycle in, Ollie's been playing with that. Once we get lunar cycle in theory, we could have it be lunar cycle based. So it could be, you know, when certain moon configurations are in place. Can have it time based. We can have it season based. So as those conditions stack up, then, you know, you come in here and it could be the painting that you can now see because you have see and viz. If it's the winter season, you notice the painting is changed to show a winter scene, right? So some things will literally only work once in a blue moon. Correct. But we've talked about the frequency of blue moons in order to make that not so punishing or not so rare. We've actually had that conversation recently. Dargit said, I'd like to see clickies with more natural recharging charges, so you can't just spam click them, but you also don't have to arduously recharge them either. Those should also exist. So like a wand of fire blast with 3 charges max, and it recharges 1 per in-game day or something. We were just talking about that as well, based off a comment that one of you had made recently about something. Oh, I think it was actually John was BSing with me one day about an item, and its ability to only work once per day. So yeah. Brown Butcher said, "Oh hell yes! Oh hell yes!" Doing mud actions on items is very point and click inventory play. Yep. So we're a bunch of wild and crazy folks. You know what might be helpful as well in here is to be able to. No, but that'd be a pain in the ass. Like stack based on whether or not they'll buy it, but I mean this is already a nice improvement. Oh, interesting. So you didn't see this before when I was showing this off. So this guy doesn't want to buy your shit. He'll buy your backpack. If I had a lantern or whatever, he might buy it. A torch, he might buy it. Stuff he's interested in. But I click on Rusty Dagger. He says, "This is worthless to me. You can try selling this to our good buddy Rusty Weapons, who is just to the southeast of here. Or maybe someone else would be interested in that. You can try selling this to Cloth Armor, who is not too far to the southeast from here." And so, yeah, we've been discussing this internally and ways to improve that even further. And that's actually where I was looking at trying to get this big ass volume to work earlier, per one of the suggestions that Shifty had made in a conversation recently about easier to sort of like point people to specific shop names and districts and things like that. So it's a little bit key in there. So where is my, is 555, right? Gotta obfuscate those names a bit. Rusty weapons should be rusty weapons. Rusty? Rusty, are you over there? Come on now, Rusty. John, how dare you, even with glowing paths. How dare you? Yeah, I don't understand what's wrong with this one. It should be working. In the right zone? 555. Look. Let's just see if I'm just not in the right. Glowy paths. You people and your glowy paths. You know that's not true. Why are you just trying to push my buttons? You're pushing them. Zukin, what is that? What is that gift from? Is that like from Cocoon or something? Oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy. Oh man, it's after 11 o'clock here already. Son of a thing. Oh wait, clicking the wrong button. Titanic. It's Rose with the gym thing. She throws in water. Oh, okay. It's Cocoon and Titanic are pretty interchangeable. I think in one the water had slightly better effect. Was Jeff Goldblum in Cocoon? Or only the dude from Police Academy? Wonder whatever happened to him. He was like meant to be a guy that's going to be in a ton of movies, and then he just kind of wasn't anymore. Hopefully nothing bad. Speaking of pushing buttons, I should not have clicked that. I waited 3 minutes for everything to load, and then I had it unload immediately. Oh, not the sound effects guy. He had like curly hair, dark curly hair. He was in Cocoon, Police Academy. I think he was meant to be kind of like a Tom Hanks for a while. Back before Tom Hanks became real serious. Gutenberg, Steve Gutenberg? You know what? There were 2 3000s when I looked in here, and I wonder why it didn't work. But if they're overlapping spawners, but no, that doesn't matter because it's only using the coordinate data from the spawner, and they weren't saved. And that's why I'm not going to be able to find it again, because there's no visualizer and it's not saved. So there, I would just have to go to the actual load. Steve Gutenberg? when he was not the inventor of the printing press. Pretty sure that was Humphrey Gutenberg. Let's see where I end up if I go to this loc. Ooh, These have decimals. Does it support float? Let's see. Johannes Gutenberg. Yeah. Like I said. Johannes is German for Humphrey. Server will be shutting down in 30 seconds. Oh no, you don't. 343, comma 19, comma negative 954. Go to 10 seconds. Look, son of a, it's not working. Okay, we'll debug that tomorrow. Well, you know what? Perfect timing. It is time for me to go to bed. It is 11:13. Fortunately, Jasmine sleeps through me coming to bed after she's been in bed for a while. So that's honestly really good. It's nice to know that I'm not waking her up at night if I stream a little bit later. So, Shifty, the reminder will stay up. It will be waiting for me in the morning if I just go straight to bed now, and I'll read it. Excuse me, and then I'll follow up with you and see if it's still a issue tomorrow. Isan, thank you very much. You have a great day. Ooh. Oh. Lisa, good having you here. I'm glad you enjoyed things. Good night, Zukin. Good night, John. Anybody else? Is that it for tonight? Is that all? Snah. See ya. Dadvik, good night. Pattis, good night. Schmonite. You have a great day. Mustang Spy, you have been lurking. As the spy is known to. Good staying in character then. See you Thursday. I will be here Thursday. Chinny D, you're very welcome. Thanks for being here. Nick, have a wonderful rest of your day at work. Don't stay too late. Grimy Lurk, good night. Man, Robert's mood music's not helping. It is making me want to go straight to bed. It's awesome. Chocolate the Moose says goodnight. Did you post a pic? I'm gonna take a look. There is a pic right there. I see Chocolate the Moose. Right on, dude. Does a moose smell like chocolate? I used to have a Hershey's. I used to have a teddy bear as a Hershey's berry. Smelled like chocolate. Ooh. Sure. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you on Thursday. Same time as today. Everybody have a wonderful week until then. Or a Wednesday, I guess. Enjoy hump day. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.